Of the many headlines to come out of the federal budget today, one that you may have missed has to do with Canada and Eurovision. Mark Carney wants CBC to explore getting the country to participate in the European Song Contest, I guess beyond Europe. Joining us now is journalist and Eurovision expert Karen Fricker. She's also an adjunct professor at Brock University. She joins us from Toronto. So the concept of Canada's participation in Eurovision apparently is nothing new, though new to me. What did you think of the Prime Minister pitching this?
I was extremely surprised and kind of excited. As a Canada-based Eurovision lover, of course, this is a tantalizing proposition, but it is a contest based in Europe run by the European Broadcasting Union. But it's not unprecedented for a non-European country to compete. Australia has been competing for the past 10 years. So there's an angle.
Yeah, so let's back up for a sec. What drew you into this? How are you a Canadian who is so sort of excited by the Eurovision contest?
I lived in Ireland for 10 years. I did my PhD in Ireland, and everybody knows Eurovision there. It's an absolute household name thing. And as somebody who loves pop music and spectacle, I just couldn't believe I didn't know anything about it. And so I've been researching it for over 25 years.
Well, I mean, if you say Eurovision to me, the first thing that I would think of is ABBA and Waterloo. So pop music and spectacle certainly are associated in my mind with it. I don't know that I can name a lot of other winners, but it doesn't matter.
Well, I can help you, Ian.
Yep.
Celine Dion won Eurovision.
Yes. Representing Switzerland, I think, right?
Exactly. But there's Canadian precedent here.
Yeah, absolutely. So if CBC and Canada were to take on this challenge, do you think that Eurovision would bring Canada into this?
I mean, that's the big question, right? It appears that this is coming from the Prime Minister, and I suppose it would follow because he lived in the UK for 20 years. And if you participate in culture, he probably found out about the contest. He's tweeted knowingly about it with the Australian Prime Minister. But the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, for which you work, needs to get on side because even though it's a contest of nations, it's really a contest of national broadcasters. And so there has to be will from CBC to put the work in, which means choosing a contestant, sending them. And you know, it's a significant undertaking for any national broadcaster to enter the contest.
And if you were to give the CBC some advice, not on whether to take part or not, let's assume that if the corporation did want to do that, what advice would you give it in terms of selecting a contestant? I don't mean the name, but what sort of things would a successful contestant have to have?
I'm kind of feeling a Newfoundland folk act. I mean, the need is to kind of be the country without overplaying the country. But I mean, what musical traditions do we have in this country that are going to scream Canada to voters around the world? So, I mean, that's why I immediately go to Newfoundland music. I mean, Quebec music is also really well known. I mean, it's highly competitive. It's the most watched music contest around the world. It's a public vote and a jury vote internationally. So we'd want to bring our best.
And what about the impact of Eurovision beyond people who love ABBA? In other words, the diplomacy of it. What potential, well, you know, really, what is the impact now on diplomacy from that contest?
I mean, it's massive. One of the biggest things that's been roiling the contest in recent years has been the fact that Israel competes. And that is almost causing the contest to implode because there are many countries around Europe that have a lot of difficulty with Israel competing right now. So it is absolutely a platform for soft power. And I think in the current global moment, when Canada would probably win a popularity contest around as a North American country, this could kind of be an amazing moment for Canada to turn up in that European setting and be representing Canada. It's also, I would say, next year is the 70th anniversary of the contest. So wouldn't it be amazing if the European Broadcasting Union decided to have a little special news in the 70th year that we have a new competing country? I'm completely making this up, by the way, but these are the fantasies that Eurovision lovers go on.
You know, earlier today, we thought we needed to try to find a Canadian expert on the Eurovision contest and wondered, does such a person exist? Well, Karen Fricker, such a person clearly exists. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thanks, Ian, for the time.